trying to think of his name, this colonel. He was when I went to the cocktail party. Boyd, John Boyd, yeah.
Don't forget it. Don't forget it. All right.
Yeah, he.
You're taking my job, are you?
Yeah, you are his Batman.
It's Caddy.
I went to this party and I thought, sergeants amongst all these officers with the loud shoes and regimental ties, and I'm there with all my medals up. I felt out of place, you know. And a chap came out to me and started chatting. Only a brigadier general, and he's talking to me all night. He was, what's his name? He was in Falklands. He was a colonel of the Third Battalion at Falklands. Smashing chap. But he made me feel comfortable, you know.
Yeah.
In fact, we both got told off by a woman there, one of these officers types. The national anthem was playing and we're chatting away like that. I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
This chap Fred, I was saying in New Hampshire, he was the first Yank to come in our camp.
Oh, right.
And I was in the hospital. I managed to get in the hospital at the time because I had one piece of throat I took out. But I was hobbling round, broom handle with a you know, as a crutch, and he came in and he had a bullet through a hand and through his wrist, so he couldn't do a thing for himself. So I washed him, wiped his bottom, did everything for him, used him as a crutch, and for 48 years we've seen our families grow up through photographs.
Yeah.
And we went out, my wife and I went out to visit him, and they came over here. Yeah. He was going through the Madro line with a patrol, and he was the only one left.
Really?
They got caught in the middle of it. But he was a private then. When he was in prison camp, he was a sergeant. And they moved him for the end to not a luxury, but a show prison camp in Berlin. They moved him over. The sergeant. Yeah. He was a city editor of a big newspaper, the state newspaper in New Hampshire. He was a cracking chap, he was.
So that was in Fallinbostel, he was in Fallinbostel as well?
He was in Fallinbostel, and then of course, before the end, like I said, they moved these Yanks. But the Yanks, they used to go mad if a parcel came in and they pour everything in one pot.
Yeah.
Jam, dried egg, whatever was in it, all went in and they ate it. And they had one chap, we got, because you got lice in there, we tried to keep them down the best good. But there was one Yank, just went, didn't bother. And his coat, his jacket was white inside with lice. And even the Yanks threw him out the hut.
Yeah.
We had quite a few come later, but Fred was the first one. Fred Todd. Let's have a look, see if I know any of this. Oh, John Pott, yes, he's dead now.
Well, this is Arthur and this is you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he might have choice spoken to us at Ilsham.
Maybe you gave him the pictures.
Yeah. John Pott, he's dead now.
John Pott, yeah.
He was...
The brother-in-law of Frost, eh?
He might have been, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. He was married to Frost's sister.
John Pott was a very religious man. He carried the Bible with him.
Okay.
And if anyone was wounded and that, he's prayed beside him. But he was a very brave man. He was a good soldier.
I was just reading about him in what is it? I think it's one of Frank Steer's battlefield guides. And he mentions Pott, and he mentions him stopping to pray over a group of soldiers who came across who were dead.
I didn't know him in the battalion, but I met him several reunions over here. But
Was he one of the ones who got across Draensweg and then got captured?
he, I think, round about the time of the Cauldron, he had to take a group off.
Right.
I don't know if he got captured then, but he got hit bad, I know. I've worked on those.
Yeah.
But I wasn't gunner, but we did a training on all the weapons just in case. You know?
Yeah.
Which weapon is that?
Well, that's the
6 pounder.
6 pounder.
All right.
Yeah, we had to have less training on mortars, all sorts. It's just in case you got stuck.
So you can improvise.
Oh, yeah, that's the same as the glider
He's
pilot.
a lovely old chap.
Yeah.
Mad as a March area is one of the richest customs officers in the country. He was senior, I think he was senior customs officer, a bit like 3 striper, but he was on a Scottish island, the only officer, 24 hours a day, so he was getting overtime every day. And when you retire from the civil service, depending on what pay you've been getting, you get your pension and a lump sum. And he got a double pension and a double lump sum. And he used to go fishing half the time, I think.
Very nice.
The point is, I was only in action 2 days. I was on the stretcher the rest of the time.
Say again.
Shawnorth, you know,
Oh, yeah.
that was an old hotel then.
Yeah.
And I was laying there all the time through the back. God, it was going on, you know, round the crossroads.
So were you in the SAS after the war then? Or?
Yeah. I came out in 1947, and in 1950 I went to. I was in the regulars.
Right.
I joined 2-1 SAS Artist Rifles, and I was in them for 8 years.
Yeah.
And after I left, God, they've been all over the world, the TA people now.
Yeah.
We went to Denmark, France. I wanted to go to Austria. They had a ski course in Austria, but they used to stay in a big hotel there,
Right.
private lessons. And the War Office, even then, said, you can't do that. You'll have to go to Scotland. Oh, you'll have to go to Norway to do your training. But Norway, if you went to Norway, you had to have, with the army training, you had to have a slight experience.